This podcast is a member of the Place to Be Nation family. Visit us at placetobenation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
Top beer, top beer, top beer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back again to Top Beer, Top Brewery Edition. I'm your host, Adrian De La Torre. With me, as always, is Timothy Robert Buckner. Tim, how you doing today?
Oh, fantastic. I talked about This Week in Wrestling a little bit ago. I drove out to San Diego and had a show get canceled on me. So that was fun. Haven't had a chance to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
Not much more to it than that. Just showed up, and once I got to the door, they were like, we're not doing it. Not enough people are here.
This is a wrestling show, mind you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Well, that's a bummer. That's kind of
It was kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But could have been worse. Could have died or something.
How does it work in that case? Do they refund you?
Supposedly, but I don't think that's going to happen.
How much did you pay initially for the
$10 or something?
Oh, I guess if you're out $10, it's not too big of a deal, huh?
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Oh,
Sunk cost fallacy. You already paid for it, so.
I know, and the fucking sad thing is the day before I almost was telling my wife, whose name is Alicia, I think I might just not go. I might just not go for the trip and just wait. We're going out next week, blah, blah, blah. And she, was trying to be nice because I get like that about everything. And she goes, oh, just go. It's better for me. I'll plan and do this and this and this. And then after that happened, I was kind of like, man, I wish I had just not gone because I would have saved myself the gas and the drive and everything else. Still had fun. Stopped off at a bunch of breweries while I was out there, which was pretty great.
We should definitely get into the breweries more later on in the show because I definitely want to hear about that, Timothy.
Oh, then we definitely will. But yeah, that's about it. Adrian, what have you been up to?
Not much really.
Okay.
Not a hell of a whole lot these days, Tim. But I tell you what, though, I wanted to ask you something, Tim. I want to ask you a very important question. Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Are you ready to go in an? Well, I fucked that up.
Yes.
Are you ready to go on an Odyssey with me, Tim?
Ooh, I think I am.
A beer Odyssey?
I might be.
It's fitting that I ask you that question. You know why? Because the first brewery, well, the only brewery I have for you today, Tim, it's Odyssey Beerworks, it's actually called. I've never had a beer by this company. I just saw it. I literally saw this today. It's brewed in beautiful Arvada, Colorado, which is a town about 25 minutes from where I'm from. I never would have pictured that town having any kind of beer, brewery because it's just there's not much out there. So here you go. Anyway, the first beer I have from them, Tim, this is Odyssey Beerworks. By the way, why do you suppose it says Odyssey Beerworks and the Odyssey Brewery? I wonder what that means. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, there could be a separation. There could be some kind of delineation between the two.
Yeah, because it says on the can, brewed and canned by Odyssey Beerworks, Arvada, Colorado. So I'm not really sure what that means, but this is the first beer that I'm trying from that. So I'm going to kind of go from light to dark today. So I'm starting with, this is called their Heliocentric Hefeweizen, German-style wheat beer.
Got it.
It says, drink the Hefe. Find within this well-carbonated beer hints of clove and banana. Flowery German hops linger in the background. The result is a great beer on a sunny day. And today certainly was a sunny day here in Denver. It was actually pretty warm. I'm pretty sure not as warm as it was in... How was it in LA today? Was it warm today? Was it hot?
I'd say it was a little warm, yeah. I'm noticing a difference.
Yeah, well, this is definitely a beer to cool off to. So let's go ahead and open it without further ado. Give it the old college tap. Hopefully it doesn't explode on me like it did last time, if you remember that.
Lord, that wouldn't be good.
No.
That would not be good.
Usually light beers aren't bad about doing that. So this one, yeah. This opened without incident. Let's see.
Let's see if it closes the same.
Yeah, right. All right, so it has a good aroma. It smells like, I guess, what you'd expect a typical beer to smell like, but not as piss beery, if you know what I mean. Catch my drift. All right, so let's take a sip.
I gotcha.
Oh, Oh wow, that's actually I don't normally drink beers this light. I don't normally drink Hefeweizens or lagers or pilsners. They're usually too malty for me. This beer,
Gotcha.
however, this has a really nice balance. It's definitely more malt forward than hop forward, being Hefeweizen and all. Let me give it another sip. I definitely get a very subtle taste of banana in there, which I normally when I see that on the label or the commercial description for a beer, I never believe it.
Right.
Maybe I don't have as refined of a palate, but I don't normally ever believe it. But there is a slight banana flavoring to this, which I really appreciate because it kind of fits for the type of beer that it is. Do you normally drink Hefeweizens, Tim? It doesn't really seem like you do, huh?
Super regularly. Not super regularly, actually. But I did go to another brewery just a couple nights ago that did they had like a lot of cool, how you say, like glasses that were based around supporting wildlife and stuff like that. And I decided to buy a Hefeweizen glass because it had a giraffe on it that I thought was cool. So maybe that glass will spur me to start drinking more of it.
Yeah. The Hefeweizen glasses, those are usually the taller glasses, right?
Yeah, the tall, kind of skinnier ones.
Yeah, I have a couple of those. I see those more than any other type of beer glass for some reason. I don't know why that is. Anyway, so
Me neither.
yeah, this is a really refreshing beer. This is definitely the kind of beer that you would enjoy on a day like today, or any day during the summer, really. This is the kind of beer you enjoy by the pool. This is the kind of beer you take camping. This is the kind of beer that you just enjoy any time during the warm summer months. I have the rate beer score pulled up here.
Oh, curveball.
Oh, why?
Curveball. I forgot that you would probably start and be the first one to go there. And because my plan was to wait and announce it as we're going. But I think what with the fact that AB InBev Anheuser-Busch has officially purchased ratebeer.com and is now part of the Anheuser-Busch AB InBev evil corporation.
Oh man,
that we should no longer be using Rate Beer and no longer supporting Rate Beer, unfortunately, because we have talked about being okay with beers, crafty, all that stuff. That's fine with me, but I do take a hard stance when it comes to journalism, and I don't think that beer journalism being co-opted is acceptable. So just because of that fact, I think we should officially switch to using the Untapped scores.
Okay.
For everything.
Okay. Well, this is definitely a curveball.
We both have Untapped accounts, so here's the thing: we both sign in.
I have the app pulled up right now.
Through, we can do our scores.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and scratch the whole rate beer thing. I won't even tell you what the score is.
Okay.
All right. I have the Untapped app open, so I'm actually glad you bring that up. Let me open it right now. The app is actually pretty cool. The only thing I don't like about it, Tim, and I don't know if you're with me on this, I don't like the fact that it says check in, like I'm checking into a place. Like, why can't it just say like rate beer or something else along those lines? Like, why does it have to say check in? Like, I don't get that. Do you understand what that's about? Because I don't.
Yeah, I think I agree with you for the most part. I do think that the check-in does kind of throw me off sometimes, and it makes me like not sure. But now that I'm used to it, I know what to expect, so
okay.
I don't get thrown off by it.
All right. Well, that's fair enough. Anyway, okay, so I give it my score. I give it 4 out of 5 stars for being a Hefeweizen. I think it's a really good Hefeweizen. Let's see. As far as the score on Untappd goes, I see this a bit of a learning curve because I'm not really sure exactly how this works. I'm seeing the beer here. Okay, so everyone, is it the everyone score I should be looking at? That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
The everyone score, the score that everyone on here who's had it out of 2,075 ratings, the score is 3.59 out of 5, which is not bad.
That's not terrible.
Not terrible. Yeah, it's got a pretty good score. People seem to like it. I'm looking at people's scores on here, and they're about where I scored it. So yeah, it's a good beer. If you like lighter beers, but you don't want to drink Bud Light, you don't want to drink PBR, you don't want to drink, Coors, whatever, Corona, pick this up. I don't know. Obviously, probably not available everywhere, but maybe for our Colorado listeners, if you're listening, pick up this beer. It's actually pretty good. Tim, what do you have for us today? And what brewery do you have for us today?
So I have a brewery that's also from your neck of the woods. They are located in what I'm assuming is also beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado.
Ooh.
Based just on that, can you guess which brewery it is?
Odell.
No. No.
Let me try again.
Nice. What's up?
New Belgium.
That's it.
Nice.
New Belgium Brewing. They kind of got their start with the Fat Tire. I think everybody knows. I think we all kind of know the story that they got obsessed with beer being in Belgium, so he started New Belgium here in America. Founded in 1991, so they've been around quite some time.
I did not know that, actually. Can you
What's
extrapolate? Can you expand more on that story? Because I didn't know that.
So I don't know the full story. I know that the brewer started, it says on the Wikipedia, obviously. Co-founders bicycle trip through Belgium. They went from brewery to brewery. And that kind of led to everything. So going on bikes and drinking and being in Belgium made them think we could bring a slice of this home with us and create something. They went ahead and started the Fat Tire was their main brand. It's a wheat style. It's a Belgian wheat style, as we were talking about earlier. So that's a good style of beer.
Yeah.
The other day when I sent my wife to the store and just said, hey, bring me some beers or whatever, and I said, get something that's not too expensive, like session-y and maybe like Belgian inspired, Belgian style. She came back with a Voodoo Ranger from New Belgium, and I thought about it and I was like, geez, like these guys are still craft beer. I think they transferred over to employee owned in 2013. Right, so they were partially employee-owned since 2000. By 2013, they're completely cooperatively owned by the employees. They've built their brewery, so it's 100% green energy powered. I think it's wind solar, and so it's just like this is a really awesome company that's like now I think thought of as a big brand, but they're still super independent, super good for the environment, good for the country, good for beer in general. They still make great beer, and they were one of the first breweries that I got super into for craft beer, right?
Yeah.
So I thought when I was at the store today, I was like, maybe I'll do a little kind of through the history of a beer that I've really liked when I started out being into craft beer. And then now, like, what they're doing now, what kind of different interesting styles of beer are they making now? So I'm going to start out with I think it's the 1554. Let me pull it up exactly. Yep, 1554. It's a black lager.
Ooh.
Belgian style, and this was one of my first favorite beers when I was like really getting into good beer.
Yeah.
So I want to see, does it stand the test of time? Because I haven't had this beer in so long. So I want to see, do I still like it just as much as I did back then? Now that I've had so much different stuff, and now that I haven't really drank it in so long. So that's where I'm going to start out. It's a black lager. Everything from New Belgium has kind of a Belgian twinge, I guess you would say, to it, but this one isn't necessarily, I think, super Belgian-y. It's dark lager. Let's see, born of the flood centuries. Anyways, it's supposed to be like an old style based on the styles of the 1554 all the way back to then. So I'll give it a quick try here.
That's by the way, a really cool story. I've been here in 2.5 years now in Colorado. I didn't know that much about New Belgium, but I've obviously had Fat Tire. I really like Fat Tire. I actually pretty enjoy it. It's one of those beers that if you go to a place that doesn't carry like anything beyond like the normal beers that you can think of, but they do carry something that isn't like Bud Light or Coors. It's usually always going to be like Fat Tire, and I always appreciate that because I like Fat Tire.
Right, but isn't it the same that because you do see it everywhere like that you don't get as excited about it when you see it at the store?
Yeah, that's very true. But not the way you talk about it makes me want to actually try more because I've only had that. I've had their IPA or one of their IPAs. I can't remember what it's called. And I think that's actually all I've had from New Belgium. But it's funny you mention it because I actually did buy a New Belgium bottle today, so I can't wait to actually try that later on. Not for the show, obviously, but just on my own. So where are we at?
I am about to take my first sip.
Nice.
It's dark of body. It's frothy of head. It's definitely, you can tell it's more of a lagered beer, even though it's got that dark complexion. You know how you can kind of, based on the effervescence and the thickness. It's an ambery color if you hold it up to the light. Kind of looks maybe like a Dr. Pepper, I would say.
Yeah.
If you've ever looked at a Dr. Pepper in the light, let me give her a taste.
You'll have to tell me how it tastes compared to the Baba Black Lager, because remember, we've both had that beer by Uinta.
Right.
So let me know.
Well, let me do it again here.
What happened?
I just kind of got my first taste. I want to do another.
Oh, okay. Sometimes you need to do that. Like, sometimes the first.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's a little watery, I'll say, compared to kind of now what I'm so used to, but it still has a nice balanced maltiness.
Yeah.
It's not overpowering, so that the kind of the dark sides of things don't come over super strong. It's definitely pretty interesting, but you can definitely tell that the base beer is a lager. It's got kind of that smell, that sweet kind of lagered aroma. You know what I'm talking about? It gets that sweetness, none of like the banana-y or anything like that, but yeah, this is pleasant. I can definitely see why at a time where I couldn't get much else, I kind of went nutty for this, but now it's definitely wouldn't be in my top tier of beers, honestly. It's pretty good though.
Now, how would you compare it to the Baba Black Lager?
I think it probably blows the Baba Black Lager out of the water, honestly.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. The rate beer score for everyone.
Rate beer.
Not rate beer. The Untapped score. Sorry. So used to it. The Untapped score is 3.68, which is pretty good.
That's not bad.
Probably put it right around there. I'm probably gonna give it a solid 3.5 on my Richter scale here, or my, I guess, Dichter scale. I don't know. What you say.
Now,
either way,
do you use the app for Untapped, or are you on the website?
I'm on the website right now, but I use the app pretty regularly.
Oh, that's cool. I just saw your score. I'm going to go ahead and toast you. Do you see that? Do you see that I toasted you?
All right, let's see it.
I like that it has a social media.
It doesn't give me alerts that I got.
Maybe refresh the page.
Maybe I'll try that.
You're following me on Untapped, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay, cool.
Recent activity. Maybe that's where it'll pop up. There it is. I see your little cheers. You gotta get a picture on there, Adrian.
I know. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna use my professional picture.
Nice.
Actually, I don't have it on my phone, so I can't do that right now. Anyway.
Anyways. Adrian.
Yeah, that beer sounds good, Tim. What else did you want to say about it?
That's about it, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know does New Belgium do the variety packs that some breweries do?
They do.
Okay, because if I see it next time, I have like way too much beer in the refrigerator now, by the way. But once I'm completely done with what I have, I think I'm gonna have to pick up several different New Belgiums because, like I said, I like their Fat Tire, I like their IPA, the Citradelic IPA. That's what it's called.
Right.
But that's all I've had from them, so I'm gonna have to try more stuff. Anyway, that sounds good, Tim. I think we're gonna go on our first break. When we come back, we'll try our second beer. How does that sound?
Good to me.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hey, pro wrestling announcer Kevin Kelly here. I want to make sure you are all subscribed to all the great feeds here at Place to Be Nation. It's really easy to do. Just head to iTunes or your preferred podcatcher app today and search and subscribe to the Place to Be Nation Wrestling feed, which of course includes the full archives of the Kevin Kelly Show, the Place to Be Nation pod feed, and the Pro Wrestling Only feed. Subscribe, listen, and then rate us and leave feedback today. And be sure to give Justin your true thoughts. I mean, don't hold back. After all, he is kind of a jerk. Just listen to Scott.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Top Beer, Top Brewery Edition. Today we have, in one corner, we have Odyssey Beerworks out of Arvada, Colorado. And on the other corner, we have New Belgium out of Fort Collins, Colorado. So 2 Colorado breweries today, Tim. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, are you a big Colorado beer guy? Are you proud of your state's beer?
I honestly have to say that I am, because I feel like of all the breweries I've had from Colorado, like only 1 or 2 of them haven't been that great. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out here. It makes me proud to know that Avery and Oscar Blues and Odell are available in places like California where you are, because I'm glad that we get to share that sort of experience together. You know what I mean? Especially with I'm really digging Oscar Blues lately. I'm really enjoying their stuff. So it's nice. It's nice to be able to say, oh yeah, Oscar Blues. That's based out of Colorado. New Belgium, Colorado. Odell, Avery. Left Hand. Have you had Left Hand Brewing? You have.
I have.
You have.
Yes.
Right. Okay. A lot of good stuff. Anyway, so for my second,
too much good stuff, some might say.
Yeah, some might say that. For my second beer from Odyssey Beerworks, this is their Ghost Drifter Pale Ale. Ooh. This is an American Pale Ale. Commercial description says, our Ghost Drifter Pale Ale is an inspired take on a classic style, brewed with an ample amount of American hops to deliver an intense aroma while maintaining a moderate level of bitterness to balance. Ghost Drifter will surely satisfy your hop craving. 5.5 ABV on this bad boy. Their art design, by the way, is very minimal. It's like this is a green can. This is Ghost Drifter Pale Ale, and then it has the Odyssey Beerworks logo. That's pretty much it. Not really a lot going on.
All right.
Not a lot of busy artwork. So let's go ahead and let's crack that. Let's crack a cold one open with the boys, shall we?
With your boys?
With a boy, I guess I should say. All right. Ooh, that has a nice, very subtle hoppy aroma coming out of the can. Let's give it a sip. Oh wow, that's very hop forward. Not super hoppy, but you know what? It's funny. It's funny to me about some pale ales, because like they're called pale ales, not imperial pale ale, but it's almost on the border of just being an IPA. Do you know what I mean?
Right. No. Yeah. Exactly.
But I'm not saying that to deride this beer. This is actually pretty good.
That's like a San Diego Pale.
Yeah.
Right? They say that. That's like a thing, especially now that I've been going to San Diego and drinking all the beers, bro.
Yeah.
A San Diego Pale is essentially an IPA in any other state.
Yeah. And this is very hop forward, but what I like about it is not dank. It's not a dank kind of hop. You know how some pale ale or some IPAs and stuff in general, you take a sip and it's like super dank hoppiness. Like this doesn't have that. This actually has a nice, almost floral, hoppy flavor to it. So for those of you who aren't super into hoppy beers, but you want to try something that it's kind of hoppy but not too hoppy, I think this would be good, because it has, I'm telling you, it's hop forward, but it has a nice sort of sweet floral taste to it. It's really good. I really like this, Tim. This is actually really good. What else to say about it? Okay, let me look it up on the old Untapped app. I'm glad that we're doing this now, because I actually just pulled it right on my phone. I don't have to search for it on the website or nothing. The Ghost Drifter Pale Ale on Untapped, it has a score out of 2,640 ratings, has a score of 3.55, which is not bad. I'm a little surprised by that, though, Tim. I feel like I should have a better score. How does it compare to other pale ales, like what we did last time on with Oscar Blues Pale Ale, their Dale's Pale Ale? I think this actually tastes better, to be perfectly honest. Now, that's nothing against Oscar Blues, obviously, but I like this beer. I think for what it is, I think it's exactly right. And I'm going to give it a score 4.0 out of 5, Tim. I'm going to be very generous today. And I unlocked a badge, playing the field.
Oh,
Does the word picking favorites mean anything to you? Obviously not. That's 10 different beers in a row. Ooh, and I unlocked the Land of the Free badge. You've pledged allegiance, and now it's time to enjoy some beer. Now, remember, not all American beer is fizzy and yellow. That's 10 different beers from a brewery in the United States. Try 5 more for a level 3. Nice. You've unlocked some badges, I would assume, right?
I've unlocked plenty of badges.
Nice. Okay, we should definitely mention that when we do it, because I think that's kind of adds some funness to this.
Yeah, if I hit any badges while we're recording, I will call them out for you, big
Cool.
buddy.
But yeah, no, this is a really good beer, and I'm not just saying that. It's hoppy, it's smooth, it's light, it's a little bit citrusy, and only slightly malty, which I think is the perfect balance of what you want in a pale ale. And if you're
You want a pale ale.
and if you're an IPA guy like me, if you like hoppiness, but maybe you want to take a break from super dank hoppy beers, like how I haven't drank the Mercenary Double IPA in a while because it's just almost too much at this point. Try this. Try something like this. Try a pale ale by Odyssey Beerworks. I'm glad we've gone on this Odyssey today, Tim. Now, next on your Odyssey, what do you have for us from New Belgium?
I have got the New Belgium Tartastic Lemon Ginger Sour Ale. And again, I thought, hey, why not give it a shot? Not something I ever thought of New Belgium as a sour brewery, but they've done a lot more sours recently. They're kind of dipping their toe in that end of the lake, and maybe even if I went to the brewery out there and actually saw what they were doing in house, maybe that's the problem. Maybe they do a lot of sours, and I just don't know it. It's a Berliner Weiss. It's got sour. It's got lemon and ginger on the bottle, so it's a Berliner Weiss, I guess, spiked with lemon and ginger. Brace yourself for a refreshing tart snap, it says. I'm going to assume this is a kettle sour because it's cheap and available, and it says lactotones. So lacto usually is they just throw some lactobacillus into the kettle and make a kettle sour. So let's see what we're looking at here.
Now, really quick, where do you stand on sour beers in general? Because I know that we went to a sour brewery one time, and there was a lot of good stuff there. But in general, do you kind of gravitate more towards that type of beer, or what? What would you say?
Yeah, for sure. I like sour beer quite a bit.
Okay.
This is light-bodied, like you'd expect from a Berliner Weiss. Little hazy, not super clear, opaque. Bright white champagne bubble, super effervescent. Got that crystal malt smell. It's very kind of simple, nothing too extravagant. So let's see how she tastes, huh?
Alrighty, let's give it the old college try.
Uh-oh.
Initial thoughts?
It's fizzy. It's bright. It's sweet. It's for sure super crushable. I could see pounding a 6-pack of these, no problem. Goes down. But it doesn't really grab me super strong. It's like a step above a glass of carbonated lemonade or something.
Oh.
I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, this could be a Radler, this could be a Shandy. I wouldn't even know it for sure. The Berliner Weiss for me usually gives you a sharper pucker for the most part. This is super subtle. I'm not gonna say it's a bad beer, but I think the ginger gives it an odd kind of quality as well, that you don't necessarily get in sours. The lemon doesn't, I wouldn't say it tastes fakey, but it doesn't taste like the freshest kind of lemon. Kind of crisp bite. It's a little muddled. It's a little off, but it's not terrible. For sure drinkable. Like I said, I mean, I'm not gonna shun these. And if I was at a party and it was, this was one of the options and everything else, there was nothing that was really screaming to me, I could definitely see drinking a few of these, but probably won't go out of my way to get it again unless I am having, let's say, like a camping, or not even camping, but like a tailgate situation, hot sun, with a bunch of people who you don't know how they are on beer. This would be perfect fit for a situation like that. Rate beer score 3.4. I can definitely see that. I'd probably give this bad boy about 3. Maybe 2.75.
What's it called again?
It is called the Tartastic. New Belgian Tartastic. And see, we were talking about you were talking about the Citradelic earlier, and I'll just say, spoiler alert, my last beer is not the Citradelic. That one really, it has the same kind of bottle art, but different, obviously. But I thought, maybe it's within the same family, because that's big and bold and has a lot of fresh fruit flavor. This is not quite the same. So all in all, not a bad beer, but, not the best beer.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like something you would go back to often, if at all.
Right, like I said, I would bring this around to a family gathering with people who I don't know how much they like beer.
I was going to say, though, who in your family would drink that beer realistically? Because it doesn't sound like a beer that you would bring to any kind of social gathering unless it was with beer heads like us.
Like I said, like a game where people drink beer, but you don't know if they drink sour beer.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
I always like to kind of flip heads a little bit and give some people some stuff that maybe they've never tried before.
Yeah. See me.
You know what I mean?
I would play. I'm the type of person to just play it safe. I would bring like your Dale's Pale Ale, your New Belgium Fat Tire. Since we're on New Belgium, I would bring. I wouldn't think of something that's more like sour or whatever. That's just me though. I like to play it safe. Tim. You know how I am.
Yeah, so. I know, and it's probably smarter. I always find myself wondering about, is this a smart buy on my part to kind of push getting people to try sour, like weird beers and different crazy stuff at parties where I know that it's just a bunch of like moms and dads.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure somebody there would enjoy it though. Anyway, all right, Tim.
I feel like people enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, what else do you have? Anything else you wanted to say about that beer?
No, and I don't want to shit on this beer. I think it's good enough, and some people might really like it. Yeah.
Well, that sounds good. Since we're doing this now, what score are you going to give it on Untappd?
Oh, I said I give it a 2.75.
2.75. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not too bad, I guess.
I'm a stingy grader, though. If you could ask people about my wrestling matches grades too.
I believe it because you said it. All right. Well, we're going to go to our second break, and when we come back, we'll be back with our third and final beer. What do you think, Tim?
I'm excited for this third and final beer, that's for sure.
Awesome.
Place to Be Nation's JT Rosero here, and I want to let you know that we have a ton of great podcasts available to you on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and PlayStation.com, and we now offer them to you on two great feeds. On the Place to Be Nation Wrestling feed, you can check out Scott Criscolo and me on the Mothership, the Place to Be podcast, with our famous Vintage Vault pay-per-view reviews. PTBN also covers current day wrestling with Clotheslines and Headlines, Main Event, Lucha Afterground, and our monthly pay-per-view reaction shows. And relive wrestling's past with our monthly pay-per-view rewind series led by Ben Morse. The Our Vantage Point podcast, which features a potpourri-style look at wrestling history, and Survey Says, a fun look back at the good, bad, and ugly of WCW. And on our very popular Place to Be Nation Pop podcast feed, we offer such great shows as the Glenn Butler Podcast Hour Spectacular, Rank and File, PTBN Dadcast, NBA Team, and Lucha Undead, as well as a veritable podcast heaven for comics fans with hard-traveling fanboys, Sellers Points, Todd Weber's Conversations, Geek and Sassy, and the Imaginary Stories. You can find all these current shows plus archives of our past podcasts, including The Kevin Kelly Show, as well by subscribing to both feeds on iTunes. And while there, be sure to rate and leave feedback as well. All these shows, plus others available at PlayStation.com, where we cover pro wrestling, sports, movies, comics, plus tournaments, and more. Be sure to support our site by using PlayStation.com/Amazon when doing your online shopping, and download our free PTB Vintage Vault Refresh ebooks via the links on our site. We also want to thank our friends at Bonehead's Wing Bar in West Warwick, Rhode Island, and Fall River, Massachusetts, thehistoryofwrestling.com, and Scott Keith's blog of Doom. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr as well. PlaceToBeNation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
Hey, we're back. Tim, how you doing?
Pretty good. Good.
You have, New Belgium doesn't do cans, do they? No, they do.
They do.
They do some cans, but you have bottles, don't you?
I had bottles, back-to-back bods.
I'm honestly just trying to drink cans now, man. I really like drinking.
I feel you. I mix it up a little bit for show days because I have bottle stoppers for the bottles, so it helps me be able to not have to drink them all as we go.
Yeah. But I've pretty much been exclusively drinking cans lately, except for the Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA by New Belgium, by the way.
Right.
I got that today in a bottle. Can't wait to try. I've never had it. I hope it's good. But anyways, Tim, my third and final beer for tonight. Are you ready for this? I'm a little nervous about this, Tim.
What?
You know why?
Why is that?
Because this is a psychotic beer by Odyssey. This is their Psycho Penguin Vanilla Porter.
Oh.
An Antarctic inspired porter. I wonder what in the Antarctic inspired it, because I feel like there isn't much in the although this day and age I wouldn't be surprised if someone actually opens a brewery in Antarctica, you know what I mean? Like some bored scientist down there is like, I'm gonna start a little microbrewery down here and give it a label and a logo and all that good stuff, you know what I mean?
Right.
But somehow this is a Antarctic inspired porter. Anyway, developed by an escapee from the McMurdo Zoo for criminally insane creatures, this concoction of dark, silky maltiness will slide down the throat, but not before the nose and tongue have picked up the smooth and smoky flavor of vanilla beans lurking within. 5.88% ABV on this bad boy, Tim. And yeah, it's an orange can. It's got a penguin holding the same beer. The penguin doesn't look that psychotic though. I'm actually a little disappointed in the art there. They should have made him look fucking crazy like Danny DeVito in Batman Returns. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a psychotic penguin for you, Tim. But what can you do? All right, so let's open it up. Oh shit, that's already fizzing. Yep, that's a fizzy beer. That's a fizzy beer for sure. So I can tell you what's on the. Hold on. And I had to sip the foam because it was just foaming out. Okay, so now I know it's got a light brown head. Just from the foam alone, it tastes like a porter. Let me take a sip. Oh, that's still very foamy. Hold on. You know how when you pour a beer in a glass and there's still like 2 inches of head, and you like take a sip and it's mostly just foam? That's how it is right now with this. Okay, so that's definitely roasty, malty, dark. It's good though. I'm not you know me, I'm not a big fan of darker beers. I've had some stouts in the past some porters in the past where I was like, oh, that's not good at all. This I can actually drink. I probably won't finish it because it's a bit much. But it's good. It's good if you like darker, porters and stuff. You're not a huge fan of porters and stouts, right, Tim?
Depends on, but I do like a dry stout.
Yeah, this isn't dry though. This is actually very the opposite of dry, which I guess would be what? Wet?
Yeah, sweet.
Sweet. This is well, that's not that sweet actually. It's a little bit more roasty than sweet. Psycho Pink. I'm looking it up on Untapped.
Okay.
What else to say about this beer? Yeah, I mean I never taste the vanilla in these beers, by the way.
Never? Not once?
I hate when any porter will say like, oh, it's a vanilla porter or stuff. I never get a vanilla flavor. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't have as a refined palate as some people. This has a 3.62 rating on Untapped out of 3,442 ratings. By the way, this is the most rated beer I've had tonight that I've found on Untapped. That's kind of interesting, huh?
Yeah, that is actually.
Let's see what people say about it on here. Yeah, so it's smooth, sweet, dark coffee, light. It's definitely lighter than what I was kind of expecting. I was kind of expecting it to be more, heavier and stuff, but it's not. And yeah, it's like I said, it's a little dark coffee roastiness to it. It's not too terrible. What rating should I give this though, Tim? Let's see here.
100.
I'm gonna give it a 3.25.
That seems right.
I think that's fair, right?
That seems fair.
Okay, so that's my beer.
All right.
That's my final beer, Tim. Ooh, and I unlocked the badge. Wheel of Styles, level 2. Round and round the wheel goes. Which style you'll be drinking, nobody knows. Your desire to explore different styles is inspiring. Keep it up. That's a check-in to at least 10 different styles. Try 5 more for level 3. I like that they turn this into a little bit of a game.
Yeah, it's what keeps you coming back.
Cool.
Gotta catch them all.
What's your third and final beer for tonight?
My third and most final beer of the evening is from New Belgium Brewery, and it is the Day Blazer Easygoing Ale.
Ooh,
this is, I think, been a new trend, but this is one of the first ones I've tried recently, is craft beers gone bland, I guess, almost. A lot of craft beers started out doing session IPAs. Now they're getting to the point where one of the you actually went there with me, Beechwood, one of the most well-known California hop bomb breweries, known for their IPAs, just won a gold medal for a golden ale.
Oh, nice.
So they're just going for just a plain old gold ale, nothing too fancy. This is a deliciously refreshing golden ale at 8.5 ABV. So still, I mean, not super weak, but definitely more sessionable than some crazy monster IPA.
I like their art, by the way. It reminds me of the Aztec calendar.
I think that's what it's supposed to be derivative of, which is pretty cool. It's sweet, crisp, citrus finish, hint of honey, available in 12 and 24-ounce cans. And guess what, Adrian?
What's that?
I got myself a 24-ounce can here, baby.
A 24-ounce can?
A big old bad one.
That's a big can, Tim. That's 2 beers,
It's
basically.
Basically 2 beers. Let's open this hunker up.
So I'm looking at a picture somebody uploaded on the Untapped app for this beer, and it's like there's a glass of this beer in the foreground, and there's like 2 little girls in the background awkwardly smiling.
Very cool.
It's very strange. There's 2 very, very young girls. Like, they should not be drinking beer at all. I'm not saying they are drinking it, but just the juxtaposition is interesting. You know what I mean?
Interesting. This is well, that's what this is. This is Dad's beer.
This is Dad's beer.
This is Dad's beer. Dad drinks it. Well, you just don't know when to shut your mouth. So
well, they have
pours...
a glass of water in front of them, so I hope that's what they're drinking.
Yeah, they're drinking the water. Dad's drinking the beer so that he can forget.
That he has 2 daughters.
So it looks like just your run-of-the-mill kind of Budweiser fizzy yellow beer. Fizzy piss beer, as Stone Brewing used to always rail against in the 90s.
Did you ever like Stone Brewing? Did you ever get into them at all?
Yeah, I like them all right.
Yeah, I've only had like 1 beer from them, and it was kind of disappointing. I was expecting more because they're I feel like they're way more ubiquitous than most breweries that aren't there, or that are more on the craft beer side of things. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, they came out guns a-blazing early on.
It wasn't that great. What's that? Sorry?
They came out guns a-blazing early on with a very aggressive marketing campaign, and they got their name and their style out there pretty well. I mean, they became legendary in the craft scene to where now their market share is pretty large, and I think that's why people kind of know who they are. They may not be the best, but they're pretty well known, you know? So, yeah, it smells sweet. It smells sweet and malty, and it looks like, I don't know, like a Budweiser or something. It's kind of interesting. So as I said in the beginning, I wanted to try all the different, kind of go back to my favorite New Belgium from when I was young, try out one of their zanier kind of gimmicky things, and then now, what's the new school of craft brewing, as I talked about? I mean, New Belgium they're going for it. They're not chasing the trends, but they're part of the trends. And this is definitely a really good, like, major beer. Like, this tastes like a much better version of Miller or Budweiser or anything like that. And I could totally see anyone drinking this. And, like, this could easily be competition for any of those beers. And if you drink the Budweiser, you'll just like this more. It's got a little bit more alcohol. And it's, like, noticeably not insanely more expensive. It comes in this huge tall can. I mean, this is a good beer for what it is. I'm more adventurous. I know a lot of people who they like something like this that they can just have a kind of plain boring beer at the end of a long day. They're not into all the trying different stuff all the time. Me, I like different stuff all the time. I don't see myself drinking this very regularly, but I think they did a really good job here for what they were going for.
That sounds good, Tim. So what are you gonna rate it on Untappd?
Well, on Untappd, its score is 3.39.
Oh, okay.
And I think I'll give it a 3.
Oh, I think that's fair, Tim.
Yeah, I think that's what it
Awesome.
is. Land of the Free, level 27. You've pledged allegiance, and now it's time to enjoy some beer. Now remember, not all American beer is fizzy and yellow, although this one is. That's 135 different beers from a brewery in the United States.
That's you.
5
That's
more for level 28.
Wow, you're way ahead of me then. 135 beers you've done on Untappd?
I know.
Holy moly!
And if you
I
think
need to
about
catch
it,
up.
I've only really started doing it a couple weeks ago.
No, you've been doing it longer than that. You've been doing it like 2 months ago, I think.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't believe that you've had 135 different beers in 2 weeks. There's no way.
That's only American beers, sir.
Unless you were retroactively rating beers.
No.
Oh. Well, then never
Well,
mind.
you have to also keep in mind that I go to breweries and do like a flight tasting, and it'll be like 6 beers, but that's not necessarily.
Yeah, I didn't even
they're
think
not
about that.
full pours, so.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. I stand corrected, as they say.
I like beer, buddy.
You really do. Okay, Tim. Well, we're gonna go on our third and final break, and I think you know what this means, Tim.
What does it mean?
When we come back, we're going to announce our top beer. All right, we'll be right back.
The Pro Wrestling Only Podcast Network. Subscribe on iTunes or on Android with your favorite podcast app. Established in 2013, the Pro Wrestling Only Podcast Network is committed to providing unique takes on the rich and diverse medium of professional wrestling, focusing on its history and global impact, but also exploring the vibrant contemporary scene. The roll call includes Space City, an NWA on-demand podcast. This Week in Wrestling. Stacey and Elliott's Bogus Journey. The Super Apuestas podcast. The Military Industrial Suplex. Strong Style History. Pure Paris. And Psychology is Dead. Also, from the archives, the full catalog of great shows that provided a fresh look at classic wrestling, including Where the Big Boys Play, Titans of Wrestling, Tag Teams Back Again, Letters from Kayfabe, Wrestling Culture, Pro Wrestling Super Show, Goodwill Wrestling, and many, many others. Pro Wrestling Only Podcast Network. Only the best.
We're back, Tim.
All right, so I did some investigation.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of started doing it semi-regularly on Untappd towards the end of February.
I told you.
But then I took kind of a break in there and then kind of stayed on it. So that's why it doesn't feel like I've been doing it for as long. But, I mean, that's pretty long.
Yeah. Now, do you think I should retroactively go back and rate beers I've had? Or should I just start from what I'm drinking as I go? Like, what do you think?
I haven't done that. But, I mean, I don't think it would be bad to do it. But it does, as we were talking about earlier with the check-in thing, it does kind of play itself into, like, the idea that you're drinking it as you're checking in.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, because it kind of asks you where you're drinking it, where you bought it, all that stuff. So,
Yeah. Oh, and what I will do is I'll just, if I drink a beer I've had before, then I'll just rate it then and there, you know?
yeah, exactly.
Which is what I've been doing. Tim, I think it's time to announce our top beer. Okay. Tim, I'm going to let you do the honors. What's your top beer for tonight?
1554.
Ooh, your first one.
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
Didn't expect it. That's why I drank it first, because I thought maybe, just maybe, it wouldn't do it, but it did. It was really good. I liked it. I still like it. I still like that beer.
Would you say that's a sessionable beer that you could see yourself drinking one after the other?
I don't know if it's 100% sessionable, but maybe.
Maybe.
It is.
Maybe. Okay. Now, well, tell me this though: would you pick up a 6-pack of that, and
For sure. I definitely would drink a 6-pack, and maybe I will sometime soon.
and have 1 or 2 that night, maybe 3, maybe 4?
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? Okay. All right, Tim. Well, this probably won't come as a surprise to you. My top beer for tonight was the Ghost Drifter Pale Ale.
Yeah.
By Odyssey Beerworks. It's a good beer, man. It's a really good beer. I'm not just. I know I'm biased towards that sort of a beer, but I really like it. It's a really good, second in the running for top beer. Coming in a second, a close second would have been the Heliocentric Hefeweizen. That's a good beer as well. I highly recommend it. But I have to definitely say the Ghost Drifter is my favorite beer that I've had tonight. The Psychotic Penguin. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to even want to finish this beer just because it's a porter, and it's just too. Listen, I like coffee, but for me, I drink coffee in the mornings, and if I want something coffee flavored, I want to drink that in the mornings or the afternoons when I need a little bit of a pick-me-up. I don't really like that flavor in my beer. I just don't. You know what I mean? Some stouts and porters will balance it well with other flavors. This beer is just too coffee tasting for me. So that one definitely comes in at third place. But no, the Ghost Drifters, it's a really good beer. I recommend it. If you're ever in Colorado and you have a chance and you see Odyssey Beerworks company, give that one a try. So there you go, Tim. There you have it.
All right, and the same thing. I mean, if you're going to Odyssey, then you're already in Colorado, so head down to New Belgium too. Yeah? Oh,
that's a very good point. I'm going to have to do that soon because New Belgium is actually pretty good. Their Citradelic beer is really good. Their Fat Tire is really good. So there you go, Tim. Tim, is there anything you wanted to plug before we go tonight? Anything you wanted to share? Anything you wanted to say? Anything at all?
No, just check out This Week in Wrestling over on the PWO podcast feed. Got a surprise guest coming through. Got some episodes kind of stacking up back to back here just because of vacation stuff. But yeah, that's about it. Just follow me on Twitter at Lucha Undead.
And for those of you that follow our Get to Know show, we didn't have an episode last week. I'm sorry. But these things happen, I guess, right? So
yeah, it was my fault. I had some issues booking, and then had some laziness, and then, as I said, recording my other podcast quicker than normal, and we recorded late last week, so it ended up with just not having time to be able to pull it off.
Which is fine, Like I said, these things do happen, but we will be back next week with a Get to Know, I'm sure, right? So fear not. Fear not. All right, Tim. Well, follow me at Della Boots on Twitter. Follow us at Lucha Undead. Check out all that good stuff. And really quick, I just want to say, everyone should be expanding their beer horizons all the time. I'm definitely doing that by doing this show and getting to know what I like and what I don't like. And I guess I just don't like porters. Fuck them.
That's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to like them.
Don't have to like them. But, Tim, before we do go, there's one little quick thing that we always go out on. What is that saying, Tim?
Oh, it's that life is all about the 3 B's, my good friend. Good beers, good buds, and good banter. Good night.